Hello, 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 listeners. Welcome once again to another broadcast of the world of Elmore. This beautiful afternoon, we are joined by two very special guests. They have come before you already, you know. Them are Scrappy and Constantino. Introduce yourselves, guys. Scrappy.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really grateful and really happy to be here with you and with the Constantino, of course. Yeah, they are two experts in this topic that we are going to discuss about now, and I will say that that Scrappy. I'm gonna let Scrappy intro. I'm gonna let Scrappy. I'm gonna give him the space to introduce himself and start with this session. Okay? Yeah, you know.
Yes, well, the topic that concerns us today, you are somehow related to it. We are all related to it because it has been a boom in recent years and in the superhero genre is the cinema. But what we are going to talk about is going to be to what the recent failures of this genre.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're gonna talk about the superhero genre in the movie industry. Yeah, you know, like the big booms that this genre has have in the last few years, which are the failures that this genre has also have in the past years. So, well, mainly I think, in my perspective, that the most recent failures of the producers are mainly because overexploitation and fatigue that this genre has had in the recent years. The fact that they are practically releasing 5 or 6 films a year is what is making that many people and many people and many childs already be very tired of these kind of movies, and especially despite the amount of films that are also released thanks to this same fact of the acceleration of the content. Well, the theme of telling the good stories that they used to have us used to has also been left very much aside, or also in the visual aspect it has also been left very behind. The whole like, you know, the topic of the movie, like of special effects, you know, like the visual effects, the quality of these visual effects, it's not the same because of the really little time lapse of time the big studios give the producers to do the movie. So that's what I think it's affecting really much the superhero movies in these recent years, you know. Yeah, you can continue. What do you think, host? Yeah, you know.
Ah, yes, those are also quite valid points, and also believe that as such in not saturate the genre, but not that it's no longer profitable, because we have had very good productions such as Batman, Spider-Man, Spider-Man No Way Home, Spider-Man Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Those ones are good. Yeah.
which have been box office hits. So this, or maybe the question will be to look a little more from the background of what is the people good to see certain types of productions, and why they are not longer going to see the productions that were seen before the were box office hits, like everything Marvel did. The next question we would From when do you think all this decadence that is currently being talked about began?
Well, hi, I'm Constantino. Look, I think the decadence began after the premiere the Avengers Endgame because it was already when in 2019 was that movie. No, it was already when it was all
The boom, you know,
the
like
boom,
the
yes.
boom because of the Avengers Endgame. I think that's the period of time in where all the people in the world, around the world, like knew the superheroes because it was like it was the main topic of every class, every worker, and it was like a big boom. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And I want to know more what's next for these superheroes already. What's going to be after the Infinity saga? I think that since then it was where the whole decadence began.
Yeah, well, I think that superhero gender movies started really really well. Like like normally, like okay, we're going to do a movie. We're going to start a little production. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
All of these start with Iron Man 1,
Right.
well, the first movie of Iron Man, and it was really really good. The people like it because it was something really refreshing and new. So they like continue doing this kind of movies, but this was a different idea because they wanted to put them all together and culminate it with a big movie that it was like Avengers.
Yes.
And that was a really really good idea because everyone like loved him. So yeah, that was
Everyone was expecting for that
yeah, yeah.
movie.
So they were expecting like I want I want to like I want to see my favorite character with the Avengers. I want to see Spider-Man.
Yes.
I wanna see I wanna see like I really like
The
Black
movie.
Panther.
Yes.
Yeah, Black
Yeah.
Panther. I don't know, and that was like the big how do you say I have this word in
The big.
it was the
big-
strong point.
Yeah.
I think it's saying like that.
the climax of the story.
Yeah. It was like the thing that Marvel did really really well, and that give the people the confidence that they were a really good studio at making movies, and because all of that confidence, Marvel started to putting down the standards of what a movie, a superhero story can give and can tell and can project. So
Yeah, for sure.
and I think that all of these problems started to be visible after the pandemic.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
everyone
The
was
pandemic was.
yeah
terrible.
was really really bad because
Yes.
everyone was like working at home.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody was like
It was
The
difficult
pandemic is not
with-
good.
yeah, it's not good. And here is where something really really important take place, that it's the streaming, the platforms like
Yes.
Netflix,
Disney Plus,
Disney Plus,
Prime Video,
HBO, all of these.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, all of these. Okay, so the cinemas were like closed, so
Yes.
they needed the big studios needed money.
Yeah.
So how do they get that money? Sending all the content that they were going to give to the cinemas to the platforms,
Yeah.
to streaming platforms, and that was a model of business that worked really really well. The first year, I think, that Marvel released their
Yeah,
first
it
series.
was similar and refreshing.
Uh-huh.
Something new. Something.
It was really really good the first year because Marvel released their first series, like I was saying, but after that, the second year and the third year, it was something really like meh, because the quality of the movies were because everyone was working at home, and time of the production was really reduced, it wasn't that good. Like it could have been if they were, like
In that pandemic.
it were like how you say it went out in the cinema. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. And I think that nowadays Marvel is taking a really deep look at the failures and fails and like mistakes they have committed in the past, because they are now doing some good productions like we said, like Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man No Way Home. What else? Well, what other movie? The Suicide Squad. It was a really good movie.
It's a really good movie.
Which one else? Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's an animated movie, and the public
Lola.
like it really much. So yeah, what we're trying to say it's that I think that's the main point of the podcast. I don't know. Yeah.
I know.
I
there,
think. Oh yeah, continue please.
there are very good movies this time, but already we know that Marvel's sometimes has problems and some like this.
Yeah, so exactly. And I think it's important to remember that the superhero gender is not dead. It's just going through a bit of a rough path, but I'm confident that it will come back stronger than ever in some years.
I know.
Yeah.
I agree. There are still so many great stories to tell, and in the superhero genre. And I think that filmmakers are starting to realize that they need to be more careful about how they approach these stories.
Oh, that's a good point. And I think that the success of movies like The Batman and Spider-Man No Way Home shows the audience are still interested in superhero movies, but they want to say something different. They want to see movies that are more grounded in reality and that tell more personal stories.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, and I think that's what we're going to see more of in the future. We're going to see more superhero movies that are more character driven and that focus on the emotional journey of the character.
I agree, and I think that's what we're going to see movie in the future. We're going to see more superhero movies that are more characters driven and that focus on the emotional journey of these characters, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for the superhero genre. I think that there are still a lot of great story to behold.
To be told, yeah.
To be told,
So
sorry.
this was the podcast. I really enjoy it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know you guys.
So
I
yeah.
interesting, yes.
Yeah,
It was
th-
very interesting. I think
I mean, thank you for
Thank you
having me.
Constantino and
Yeah, of course.
Scrappy. Yeah,
course. It's we really have to do this one more time, one more last time, before
Yeah, I know.
the year concludes. Thank you guys. I am confident with the superhero gender, and I ask God that they give us a good Spider-Man superhero movie, at least in 2025. So yeah,
we're
bye.
expecting for that Spider-Man.
Bye, spectators. Yeah.
Bye.
Have a great day.